Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I look a bit shiny and glistening, but we're in the height of summer in the, in the UK and it's really warm. So anyway, today we're talking about meditation. We're going to try and cool ourselves down a little bit with meditation. We're going to talk about the 6 reasons why you are struggling to meditate, why you're struggling to find that place. So have you ever started to try meditate and you just think, nothing's happening, nothing's working, I can't really get into it? Loads of people talk about all these euphoric experiences and I haven't experienced anything like that. People talk about how they get into such wonderful calm places and it's just been so beneficial for their life, but I just can't, it just isn't doing anything for me, it just isn't working. So we're going to get into that today and we're going to look at the 6 reasons why this might be something that you're coming across, and some of these reasons that I'm going to highlight today could be some of those reasons. So what is the importance of meditation? I think meditation should be part of everyday life for everybody around the world, regardless. Granted, not everyone's going to do it, but maybe that's because they've tried it and can't get into it. So maybe this video is going to help them on some level as well. But the importance of meditation is, one, it's really good for your health. It's really good for you overall beneficially. It's really good for your immune system development. It just helps to relax your body. It takes you into the place of parasympathetic healing with the nervous system. So there's so many benefits to meditation. There's no negatives really. There are some, but we'll get into them in a later video. But most of the common issues I think that people find is just that they either don't have the time, because they think that they need to sit for hours on end meditating, and that's kind of like not realistic for the world these days. You know, the Western world is so fast paced and fast geared that everyone just wants to go out and get, and just go. But we don't need to have a long periods of time. We can just benefit from 10-15 minutes a day, half an hour if you can, but 10 to 15 minutes is fine. You might not get the full benefit, but you are getting something from it. So that's probably one of the main issues that people struggle with meditation, because they think it takes a long period of time. And then a lot of people probably just have problems with it. They just don't get it, or they don't quite understand it. They don't understand what they're supposed to be getting from it. So that's something we're going to cover in this video today as well. But then there are those people that do get it and it does work for them, and I'm a prime example of that, being meditation teacher and coach, but also using meditation in the early days of my mental health issues. I found meditation so beneficial for my overall health, for my mental health, physical health. There were so many wonderful things that took place and occurred on my meditation journey. So all that being said, let's get into the 6 reasons why you're struggling to meditate. So number 1, the first thing is your intention. Have you set the right intention for your meditation, for your practice? What is, and if you haven't set the intention, think about what you want to get from the meditation. Is it just a meditation that you want to maybe help you relax? Is it a meditation where you want to connect with your higher self? Is it a meditation where you want to tune into your own spirit, tune into your own soul? Is it a meditation where you want to work on breath work? Is it a meditation for mantra or anything? So it's really important to just set the intention. And it doesn't have to be a massive grand event of where you have to do a ceremony or anything like that. Just have that quietude of mind that, okay, I'm going to meditate today, and this meditation is just going to be to give myself the reward of 15 minutes to just have some quiet time for me. And that's all you need to do. That is the intention. Once you set that intention, you kind of break down a little barrier inside the mind, and something will open up. Again, this is something that takes time and it does take practice, so do bear with it, but if this is something I think is really important with regards to meditation, is just having that intention of what it's for, and most people forget that. A lot of the time I just go into meditation without an intention, but because I've been doing it for so long, I kind of feel the meditation now guides me into where I need to go with it. But when you're first starting off, I think intention is a really, really important part. So, the second thing we're going to talk about is, do you have a dedicated space, or do you have a dedicated time within the day? So you need to allot yourself a time in the day and try and stick to it. It's a lot like everything in life. People like routine, just like animals, just like your pets, like your dogs, cats, things like that. We all like routine. We all like to have a system in place so we know what is what. So first thing is about having that time to give yourself, and also having a dedicated space for that time. So it could just be a certain chair in the living room, it could be a certain chair in maybe a back bedroom, somewhere out of the way, but somewhere that's going to be quiet, somewhere you're going to be undisturbed, and you can just go into a nice relaxed state and just enjoy the meditation for what it is. But having that dedicated time and that space, it's very much like when people, we all like to have a certain time and for things like lunch, dinner, breakfast, bedtime. We like structure and we like routine. So once you start creating that pattern and getting that instilled into you every day, to be like when you go to the gym. Some people like to go to the gym in the morning, get the workout done, get all the chemicals going in the body and the mind to just push them through the day. Some people like to go to the gym last thing on a night, but they've created that dedicated time because it works really well for them. So really for you, it needs to be something you just need to try. So you need to try in the morning, try in the night time, see what works best for you, and try to stick to that allotted time and that period of time just for you to focus on that. Granted, it might not work every single time and it might not work every single day, but the more you do it and the more you create that routine, it's like anything. It's like muscle memory. The more you do it and the more you get into that routine, the better and easier it will become. So that's number 2. Number 3 is expectations. So this is something that really I can't stress enough with my clients with regards to meditation, is that many people speak to other people, or they might watch my videos or speak to other people's videos that do meditation on a regular basis, and they see what they get from it. They see the results that they're getting from it, the changes that they've made in their life because they've started meditating each day or every couple of days, and it's had a huge impact on their life. So then you go to try and meditate and you have this expectation that the same thing is going to happen to you. That's something you need in your life, so you try to mimic that, you try to copy that to create the same with you. The thing we have to kind of understand is we're all different, we're all unique, and whatever the meditation practice is, it's going to be unique for you. So it might not be exactly the same as what somebody else is benefiting from, but there will be something that you will benefit from, and over a period of time of weeks and months, you will see changes within everyday life. Your stress levels will reduce, your overall health will improve, your sleep patterns will improve. You will just probably feel a lot calmer within yourself. So there is a lot of stuff that goes on internally before we start seeing it externally. So because we are going inside, we're going within when we go into meditation. So that is really an important part about meditation, is just have no expectation. And that's a difficult thing for a lot of people because they want to see results straight away. And again, I'll take this analogy back to going to the gym. You go to the gym, you don't see results straight away. You see results months down the line, 3-6 months down the line, before you start seeing small changes. It's exactly the same with anything in life. It's like when you change your diet, you'll start seeing small changes months down the line. It's exactly the same for meditation. You just need to give it a chance, have no expectation, and it will work. Something will happen. Again, because I'm a meditation teacher and a coach, you can reach out to me and I offer packages, I offer guidance, I guide you through Zoom calls with meditations. So if that's something you feel called to do, if you have difficulty with meditation, then get in touch. I always link all my socials and website and everything like that below in the descriptions box, so you get in touch with me for any of those healing needs, for anything that I can provide. So that is number 3, expectation. Number 4 is shutting off the mind. So a lot of people have difficulty just shutting off the mind. A lot of it is to do with expectation, and maybe I should be feeling this, should I be feeling that, what's going on? And then the mind starts to kick in and the ego starts to kick in. You start thinking about what you're going to do for tea, what happened yesterday, what about this interview next week, what about that happened that last week, and all this stuff starts to kick in and create churning in the mind. And that is one of the byproducts of meditation, because you become more consciously aware of your thoughts, because life is so fast paced. We're not used to just being in silence and just listening and tuning into our body, and the ego especially doesn't like it. It likes to keep your mind busy and out of these peaceful places, because the ego wants to keep you in control, basically. That's kind of like one of the negative sides of meditation, but there is a positive to it as well. But there are many techniques that help with shutting off the mind. So if that is something that you are struggling with, where your mind just seems to be ping-ponging about and it's bringing up all sorts of different thoughts, then there are key things that you can do in your meditation practice. So there are things like mantras. So you can use a mantra where you just repeat a phrase or a word, or you can say Om, which is, Om. I think everybody knows the Om. You can just repeat that. You can breathe in, and on the out breath say Om, or you can create your own little mantra if you want to, or if you're like me, if you're attuned to Reiki, you can use some of the Reiki mantras for the symbols, or you can use the Reiki principles and repeat them in a meditation. But anything like that, any sort of mantra that you can create, helps to keep a focus point on the meditation. So then you'll become more focused on that rather than the thoughts, and in turn over time that will help you develop that sense of focus and awareness of where you need to be in that space within your meditation. You can also do things like pranayama, where alternate nostril breathing. If you're not sure about that, there's lots of other videos on YouTube with regards to that. Then there's just like focusing on the breath itself, just breathing in, breathing out, doing things like box breathing, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for a couple of seconds, breathe out for 6 seconds, and just repeat that 5 or 6 times, just to really tune yourself in to that steady rhythm of the breath, and then just go back to your breathing and just be aware of your breath. But then there's also mindfulness techniques. So mindfulness techniques is where we harness the external of our surroundings to bring a sense of peace internally. So it could be gentle music, it could be the sound of your breathing if you don't have any music on, it could be a ticking clock, it could be just little noises that are going away in the background, and it just centers you into that awareness. And if it's got a rhythmic pattern, such as a ticking clock or something of that nature, then it really helps you to focus on that sound that is going on externally, which helps to focus you more internally just by that rhythm. So rhythm is a very important thing, and that's why a lot of meditation music, a lot of mantras, the breathing, the breath, the ticking of a clock, all those things are really paramount and important to a meditation practice, because it puts you in that rhythmic flow, which helps to center yourself, connect to your breath, and it really deepens the experience of the meditation. So that's another great way of being able to help yourself. If it's something that you are struggling with getting into meditation, then some of those tools will be really beneficial for you. The next thing I want to talk about is like nothing's happening. People often say when they go into meditation, where they are meditating, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to feel. I don't know what's supposed to happen. Nothing's happening at all. Some people want to do it to develop themselves spiritually, so maybe they want to be more clairvoyant or tune more into their own energy. but they don't know what they're looking for. And again, this falls slightly into expectation. And really, like, when nothing is happening, that is a really good key that you're in kind of that place that you need to be. Because if the mind isn't kicking off and going all over the place, and you're just in a nice, calm, centered place, that is a beautiful place to be. And from there, you will only develop and get better. When there is stuff going on, and you're aware of if you're shifting around, or if you're scratching, or you're itching, and you're aware of things going on in your periphery, and it's a bit distracting, then you're not in the right space. You're not in that flow. So that's where you need to kind of like use these little tools that I've made in this video just to increase your focus and your depth in that meditation. And again, have no expectation as to what is supposed to happen. A lot of times when I'm meditating, I might actually set an intention and just say, right, okay, for this meditation, I really want to connect to my higher self. I really want some answers. So I'll go into meditation, which is usually fairly easy, but not always. Sometimes I still have difficulty. We all have those days where that will happen. And it doesn't happen. I can't connect to my higher self. I can't seem to get that lift that I need in my energy. So I just say, okay, it's not going to work today. I can't do that. But let's just take this time for what it is and just use it for me, for my benefit. And I'll just carry on with the meditation and just have no expectation as to what I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm supposed to be feeling, and just go with it. Sometimes you might feel gentle tingles, or you might feel a cool or heat spots around your body. That's all totally normal. But again, have no expectations, because they are my sensations, they're not your sensations. So that again is totally individual. So basically we've talked about intention, setting the intention, having a dedicated time and a dedicated space to meditate, and try to find that one space and harness it to the best of its abilities for you, and have that set time each day as best as you can, or even if it's a few times a week, just to create that time and that dedicated space to create a pattern and rhythm in your day and in your week. And over time it will develop and get easier, and it will get better. We've also talked about expectation and not having an expectation. We've talked about how you can use different tools to shut off the mind, such as mantras, using the breath, using box breathing, using your mindfulness techniques of the external, and then we talked about nothing's happening. So, but then there's also the next thing that I want to talk about, which is the sixth point, is don't be boxed in as to what you think meditation is or should be. So because you are so unique, meditation for you and me and whoever, the neighbours, whatever, their experience of meditation is unique for them. So it's totally unique for you. So what somebody else experiences is going to be totally different, or pretty much different to what you experience. And so a lot of people like to use things like mindful walking, or they will do things in a more of a mindfulness manner within their day, such as I like to, when I'm having a wash, or if I'm in the shower, I like to just feel the water and try to feel every bit of the water running down my body. Or if I'm doing the dishes, I like to feel the soap foam from the washing up liquid in my hands, and just feel the gentle play of water, and listening to the tap run. You can bring all of these things into everyday life, and you can use them as a meditation practice as well. So meditation doesn't always have to be sitting in silence. You can incorporate things within every day to benefit and harness the power of meditation into your life and into every single day. So don't be fixated on the belief that meditation is just doing that. It isn't. It's totally different for everybody. So there's my 6 points: intention, dedicated time and space, expectation, shutting off the mind, nothing's happening, and this belief that meditation has to look like this. Everybody's different. Make the meditation work for you, and I hope some of these tips help you today to begin that meditation practice you've been wanting to build for so long. So I hope they help. Again, if you need any tips, need any advice, do reach out below in the socials, in the descriptions box, where you can get in touch via my website, through email. So until the next video, I hope this helps. Much love. Take care. Bye for now.